Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sandra in the City, the podcast. We are back on YouTube with the video feature available. I don't know why I stopped these. They are kind of like a little bit more work, but then I thought, what is the point of me having a YouTube if I'm not catering to that audience as well? And honestly, I love visuals and I have a camera, so I was like, I might as well use it. I have had the DJI camera. It's like a hand pocket kind of camera that is so easy to carry around. The screen is so tiny, but I like it because I'm able to look at myself and look at you at the same time. Anyways, how are we doing? Because I have had a crazy past couple of weeks, leading up to this weekend that just passed. But overall, it has been an amazing turnout. I am very excited though to just be back on YouTube. There will be more things that I want to post on here. I feel like I've always been a long-term kind of content girly, but obviously I just want to cater obviously more to like the music stuff. So I'm just saying more things will be coming, especially obviously podcast episodes, because what's the point of a platform if I don't use it and take advantage of it? Oh my god, so what happened this weekend? This Thursday I turned another year younger. It was my birthday Thursday, and because my birthday was on a Thursday, I tried to keep it kind of low-key, but like everything that I do, it doesn't always turn out that way. It is cute. I mean, I went to work. For those of you who don't know, I have a full-time job. I am a physicist from 9 to 5, and then from 5 to 9 I'm just an undercover pop star internet sensation, and my coworkers just don't know about it. Well, some of them do. But no, it was cute. After work, I had a happy hour with my coworkers, and it turned out to be a little bit too happy. And then I went to go get omakase dinner with a close group of friends, and then after that, we went to a bar to conclude the night, and I think that was the tipping point of it, because I had a horrible night after. I think that the drinks and the raw fish just did not bond together well in my stomach, and hence they just decided, we don't want to be here, so we're gonna go out the same way that we came in, but opposite way. So it was not a pleasant night. I don't want to get into too many details about it, because I know that you didn't click on this video to hear about my digestive problems. But yeah, I did not get a good night's sleep leading up to the release/birthday party. But you know what? Whatever. We made it through. We made it happen. So, oh my god, I have been planning. Oh my god, sorry I hit you. I have been planning my release party for like a hot minute, and because there were so many details that I wanted to get right, it was just a matter of like really just so many things to get done. I had to, obviously get my cake done. I had asked this girl named Lucy. She has this very cute Etsy shop kind of thing where she creates like prints for like parties and so I reached out to her because I was gonna have a special cocktail menu for the party. So she very kindly, so good, creatively provided a menu literally the week. I need to stop touching my hair because I feel like I'm hitting the microphone. Oh my god. But yeah, the menu looked so cute, and it was just a very cute moment to just have kind of like things that like are pertaining to you and your branding and the occasion, and just be like, can I get in the city? Can I get a 1, 2, 3? Or the mocktail is so funny. The name of it was Sandra Spritz. I had originally another name, but my friend Ed, who like helped me organize this with like the venue and like the cocktails, was like, no, we're calling it Sandra Spritz. And I was like, okay. But yeah, so Lucy, who owns the Host Lab, created the print. So she created the cocktail menu. She created a little sheet with like the lyrics of 1, 2, 3, the chorus of the song that we're here to hear about. Oh my god, so I have leftovers because it looks so cute. So if you're on Spotify and YouTube, obviously you're going to be able to see what I'm about to show you, but this is like the cocktail menu, what it looked like. Super cute, as you can tell. And then this one is probably my favorite one, to be honest. It's just so cute, and I just want to throw these all around the city. And then this one is the lyrics sheet to the chorus of 1, 2, 3 so that people could memorize it and sing along with me when it was my turn to perform. The release party ended up being really good. I had some appetizers, as I said. We had a specialty list of cocktails and one mocktail, and I asked my guests to wear pink and or white for the occasion. That's just a thing I always do for like all of my birthdays, but I will wear a color that is not obviously part of the guest list, because you know you have to be able to tell who the birthday girl is. But yeah, so anyways, the elephant in the room, let's talk about 1, 2, 3. Okay, sorry, I had to look back at my notes. So I have said this before, the type of like songwriter that I am, I come up with like melodies and or lyrics first thing. Like that's just what I do. So one day, I remember this day so vividly, the day that I came up with the chorus of 1, 2, 3. This right here was the first thing that I came up with in this song. I remember I was walking around Lakeview when I used to live there at the time. So this was May 2023, to give you an idea. I remember it was probably a weekend. I don't know. I remember it was sunny and I was walking by myself. And although I can't remember what I was thinking about, I remember I was just like kind of like unbothered but still annoyed at the same time. And that's when I just came up with like the melody of like, I won't get sad if you don't get back to me in a day or 2 or 3. And I actually have the voice memo to prove to you. So it says right here, I don't know if you're going to be able to read that, but it says there, May 24th, 2023. It goes something like this. No, I won't be sad if you don't get back to me in a day or 2 or 3. Okay, I don't know what all that extra noise was, but obviously it doesn't sound exactly like the way that it turned out in the song, but I feel like usually the way that I do, and I know that a lot of other people do this as well. I've heard Olivia Rodrigo say that she does this as well, where like people, they just like come up with like a melody or like a lyrics or something, and like lyrics you can write down, but like melodies, I have not figured out a way to do that. So I will literally just click on like the voice memo app and I will like record myself singing like a very small snippet of something that I just came up with in the moment, and you know, just I hope that I can revisit it later. And I did not revisit this idea for low-key a year exactly, and hence I am introducing the new character in my life, a very special one now, and his name is Beto. So Beto is my current producer, and all the future releases that we have planned so far are going to be produced by him. So I met Beto at a content creator kind of like holiday event, influencer event, December 2020. 7 months after I originally came up with a melody of 1, 2, 3, I met Beto. He was the plus one of a friend in common that we have, who is another content creator. And you know, we were all just hee hee ha 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 whatever. We exchanged Instagrams and like nothing came of it. I would see that he would like stalk my TikTok every now and then. I would be like, okay, fan behavior. But yeah, so one day I like slowly started posting like snippets of a few nights, but I had like no concrete plan of like posting it yet. But I was just like barely still kind of like getting comfortable with putting myself out there like that. So one day, you know, at this point in my life, I knew that I wanted to pursue music, but I just felt so lost and I didn't know how to do it. The producer that I had at the time, which is the guy who produced A Few Nights, was based in LA. And although obviously I got a beautiful song production out of A Few Nights, I just kind of like knew that that path was just not going to be the way that I was going to go. It just wasn't going to work out for me. It was way too expensive, and honestly the communication just wasn't the best. It just wasn't an ideal situation for me, so I knew it wasn't going to continue down that road. So I literally was like praying to anyone out there. I was asking the universe, you know, God, please, 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 if anyone or something bigger than me is out there who can kind of pull the strings for me, please place a person in front of me, in front of my path, who is obviously located in Chicago, like me, who will, help me grow in this journey, who will assist, who will partake in this and like see the potential, see the visual, and wants to take part of it. And I kid you not, a few days later, after I was laying in bed and like thinking to myself, just literally begging the universe or like, whatever, to give me some sort of sign or something to like kind of like latch on to, like keep going, I get a DM from Beto. And it was a long ass thing. So I was like, oh my God, what did I do? But no, he was just basically like telling me that he remembered like seeing like my snippet that I posted from a few nights. He liked the way that I sang, and he told me that he likes to produce music, so that if I was ever down to touch the microphone, that if I was ever down to collaborate, like that would be cool. And I was like, yeah, I was trying to contain my excitement so hard, because again, as I'm telling you, I was really desperate and like feeling lost at this point. I was just like, I don't know how to find my people. Like I can't even find the people that I want to work with. So I try to conceal my excitement, but I was very happy with the idea. Like I just had a very good feeling about it. I remember we met up for sushi and we just talked about kind of like like the type of music that we listen to, what we essentially like to create. So once that was established, and obviously we bonded with like our mutual friend Calvin there, then we met up to actually work on something. So we had like no plan. The first time that we met up to like work, we were like, okay, like how is this gonna work out? So I remember he had like shown me some sounds, and mind you, I had never, prior to like this, because I hadn't like really worked with anyone, the way that I had done like a few nights was that I had the melody and the lyrics, and like these guys from LA made the instrumental to that. It has never been the other way, because I just wasn't accustomed to that, and I'm still not. I prefer me doing the first part and then like Beto doing like something over it. But yeah, so I remember we were like, well, like both of us had a lot of drafts at this point. So I remember going through my phone, and for some reason I just felt compelled to like show him 1, 2, 3, and I played him that exact voice memo. And right up from there, he started playing it on the piano, and then that's when he came up with the which is like the first beginning part that you hear in the beginning of the song. Mind you, when we first started working on the song, I was convinced, and even prior to that, I feel like I had thought that 1, 2, 3 was going to be like a sad, melancholic piano ballad. Like I didn't think that it was going to be a catchy bubblegum song that it became. I'm not mad about it though. Like I actually feel like it is, the way that it became is more memorable than the idea that I had, because oh my God, I only had the chorus, as I said. Like I tried rewriting 1, 2, 3 a couple of times, and I would write like verses to it, but nothing really stuck. So Beto and I co-wrote this song, and he gave amazing input to this. He came up with like the melodies for like the verses, so the na 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 na. I have the very bad habit, and he recognizes this. He was the one who like told me that. He was like, you need to change that. I have the habit of basically kind of like reusing the same melodies throughout the song. So when I had tried writing like the verses to the chorus of like 1, 2, 3, it was like a very similar melody to the chorus, and he was like, no, we're not doing that. And it's wild, like from the last time that I checked, if I'm not wrong, there are 7 melodies in 1, 2, 3, which is crazy. Usually songs only have like 3 to 4 different types of melodies sometimes, but if you listen to 1, 2, 3 fully, which, why are you watching this and not, hearing, why haven't you heard the song? If you're watching this, go pause this, listen to the song, and then come back. But I really love that the way that we made 1, 2, 3 is that, obviously it follows, kind of like a basic song structure where it's like it starts with the verse and then it has like a very tiny pre-chorus, which is the na 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 na, and then it's the chorus, I won't get sad if you don't get back, and then it goes to the second verse, right, the na 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 na, but it shortens, so it doesn't go all the way through like the first verse, and instead it kind of like the thing that follows, I like to call it like, it's kind of like a bridge because it changes. So this is like the second one. It's where I go, oh my god, how did the lyric go? It's funny you think that I'd stay waiting for you in this rain, but honey, let me tell you something, you're not funny. We almost did not keep that. I almost did not want to keep that. I thought it was cringy. I thought that it didn't go well. So we almost like changed it into something different. Like we were just going to continue like the singing because it felt awkward and weird. But when it was like time to record the vocals, when we went to the studio, we were like, no, we got to keep it. I feel like it's a funny climax and I feel like it just shows my humor and it portrays the theme of the song, which is like, I am a little bit pressed but still unbothered at the same time. Like I can recognize that I am a little bit butthurt, but at the same time it's like, it's so silly that you made me feel butthurt because you're not even that funny. Anyways, I feel like I went so off track. How long did it take for us to finish this? We started working this in June of last year. I feel like it was like maybe like July, because I remember this was the time where like my previous work permit had expired. So this was when I was in sabbatical when we started working on this song. So if we started, let's just say like July, beginning of July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, and a few nights came out in like January, but by that point it was done. I feel like this took maybe like 3-4 months to do. Yeah, we hired a mixing and mastering engineer who is located from Argentina because Beto had said that it was very important for him to just kind of like support fellow Latino musicians, and honestly that is something that I can stand by. That was like the only part that we did with like someone else that we didn't fully know, so it kind of like gave me vibes of like when I was like working on a few nights, you know, kind of like remote work, but at the same time it was not as tough because the majority of this stuff, at least I guess, you know, well, the mixing and mastering is very important, but I was just gonna say like the song production, that was obviously very important. I feel like it's just easier when you're in person and being able to point at a screen or like move around yourself. So yeah. But yeah, I think the song entirely took like 4 months to conclude from the time that we, you know, the writing process of it, because I had not finished the song by myself. So from the writing to, you know, the production, recording the vocals, and the mixing and mastering, that took like 4-ish months, which is actually insane. To give you an idea, a few nights I feel like took like 6 to 7 months. And then this unreleased track that I don't know if it will see the light of day, to be honest, but this is another song that I also produced with the LA company, that took 1 year and 3 months to conclude, and I didn't even like it that much to release it. But yeah, that song is so funny because it's called It's Over, and in 1, 2, 3, like after the second bridge, let's just say, where it's like, it's clear that we're done, and then you hear a little, it's over. It's like, I don't know, I like it when like songs do like a cross-reference kind of thing, like the multiverse kind of thing. Anyways, maybe you'll hear It's Over one day. It's on my SoundCloud if you care to hear it. I just didn't like that production specifically to like put it out there, but we might revisit the idea because I think the song is pretty cool too. But yeah, anyways, that I feel like should conclude the self-interview to 1, 2, 3. I wanted to do something similar to a few nights just because these are fun, and also Jimmy Fallon has invited me on his show, so until then I'm just gonna have to tell you these things personally, and I don't mind, because who better to give you the full on story than one of the authors herself. I was there, I witnessed it. Anyways, thank you so much for joining, and if you have streamed the song, thank you so much. Honestly, this weekend has been, I don't want to say overwhelming, because obviously I'm learning to handle it all, but it has been very, very reassuring, and just very, it has been very cute. The entire support, and obviously like the compliments to it all. I have been wanting to do music since I was very young, and you know, for a long I just didn't think that I had it in me, to be honest. I almost gave up a lot of times, and some days to this day it's hard to do. It feels hard, but you know, I feel like it's just like reassurance that people enjoy it, that obviously, you know, keeps you going. And obviously being surrounded by a very supportive crowd is very helpful. So yeah, anyways, with that, I will let you go. I don't know if you noticed, but I changed my water bottle because this one doesn't spill, but unfortunately I cannot clip it on. I cannot clip the mic onto here, so she's in my boobies. But anyways, if you enjoy the video format, I am happy that you do, because these are back, and that way you can listen on YouTube as well if you don't have Spotify or Apple or, you know, whatever it is. But yeah, more exciting things to come to YouTube, so make sure to subscribe if you are watching on YouTube, or follow on Spotify, Apple, wherever you are listening to. And yeah, stream 1, 2, 3. Don't forget about Few Nights, and thank you so much for supporting, and I will see you on the next one. All right, bye.